Today we're gonna talk about the Undying Warlock.
Kobold! That's the wrong one!
Oh, my bad. Okay. Undead Warlock. Sorry, it's so easy to confuse them. Both of them are warlocks, and they've got the same themes going for them. You get the points. Welcome to Pack Tactics, where we make the best intros.
Yeah!
At level 1, they get their expanded spell list and Form of Dread. Kobold, I know that guy! Very true, Gator. That's what Haynes' blog is called. Check out Form of Dread, it's really good. Anyways, their expanded spell list includes some bangers and not so bangers. Phantasmal Force is a really powerful spell, and definitely something I would consider picking up. I really need to make a video about that spell. I'll explain it quickly. It's a single target intelligence save shutdown spell. You can make the illusion into an Iron Maiden around the target. That would be quite fitting for the subclass too. Phantom Steed is absolutely insane. 100-foot movement allows you to stay out of the range of enemies easily. One strategy that I would suggest if you're allowed to scribe scrolls is to scribe a scroll of Phantom Steed, choose the Pact of the Tome at level 3, and select the Book of Ancient Secrets as an invocation. This way you can cast Phantom Steed as a ritual, meaning you don't even need to use a spell slot. So now you can give the whole party Phantom Steeds. That way, enemies might not be able to attack anyone. I also made a Phantom Steed video if you want to check it out.
But Kobold, that wouldn't work if you have like 7 party members.
I'm sorry for your loss, Lord Gator. Anyways, Death Ward is a standout for Warlocks, especially if you use it multiple times on one person to create a sort of stacking effect. After one is used up, the next one is no longer suppressed. When I mention something like this, I get comments about it every time. So to save you the hard work, DMG page 252, Player Handbook 205, and Xanathar's page 5 all outline this. If your table says no, then fine. Anyways, Anti-Life Shell. In battles against non-undead and non-constructs that happen to have no spells, reach, or ranged attacks, we can press the Anti-Life Shell button and win. Even if they have attacks that work from range, they tend to be way less deadly than melee ones. I don't imagine you'll be able to use this every day, but Warlocks have quite a lot of spells they can know at this point. That was at least all the good spells from the expanded list.
Ad time!
For the next feature, we need dice. This is also an announcement. Today's video is sponsored by Only Crits, where you can buy dice and get an adventure for free. They're having a Black Friday sale and a Cyber Monday sale right now, and it lasts until the 28th of November. You have almost 100 different sets of dice to pick from, and all of it is 15% off. To help you optimize even further, I highly recommend getting multiple bags of the Dragon Eye set, because you get lots of dice from it. Like I said before, when you buy a set of dice, you also get an adventure for free. Some of them are one-shots or small campaigns. But if you want to buy the adventures alone, then all of it is 75% off.
Holy moly!
Holy moly! A few weeks ago, we were doing a giveaway of the Ducky Dice, and now it's time to announce the winner! Drum roll, please! Congratulations, Kayla Michelle Hedo! You've won the Duckies! Only Crits will probably reach out to you for your reward. For more fun like this, check out onlycrits.com/packtactics. And remember, all the dice are 15% off right now! They hope to earn your purchase. Back to the video. Now for Form of Dread. As a bonus action, you transform for 1 minute. You gain the following benefits while transformed. You gain temporary hit points equal to 1d10 plus your Warlock level. Once during each of your turns, when you hit a creature with an attack roll, you can force it to make a wisdom saving throw. And if the saving throw fails, the target is frightened of you until the end of your next turn. You can transform a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. You regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest.
Oh my god, Kobold! You can transform into a magical girl!
Exactly, Gator. It's why Hayne loves this subclass. Now, anyways, this feature has 3 aspects, but in reality, all are actually benefits to you and your party's defenses. Being immune to the frightened condition is not going to come up a lot, but it's nice to have. Temporary hit points are almost always appreciated. As stated before, enemies are usually a lot stronger in melee than at ranged, so making them unable to approach you is really useful, especially if you use this feature from range yourself. And let me tell you, there's a pretty easy way to do that. Eldritch Blast. You can basically shut down an enemy in place if this effect lands, and if it doesn't, you can still knock them back with a repelling blast. It also helps that in time you get multiple beams, as it will increase the chances you'll hit at least once. So yeah, this is a fantastic first level feature. Now it's time to move to the next feature. At level 6, you get Grave Touched. You don't need to eat, drink, or breathe. In addition, during each of your turns, when you hit a creature with an attack roll and roll damage against the creature, you can replace the damage type with necrotic damage. While you are using your Form of Dread, you can roll 1 additional damage die when determining the necrotic damage the target takes. The first part is a bit of fluff, but the breathing part comes up once in a while. It's not often though. The second part is a slight DPR increase, but it's definitely not a lot with it being once per turn. I'm gonna be a bit lazy here. If we just assume a 65% chance to hit, the increase ranges between around 3 DPR to 5 DPR during Form of Dread. If you then also account for the times when you aren't using Form of Dread, well, you're gonna get very low numbers. But it's okay, I guess. At least I have My Little Pony.
Kobold, it's a steed.
Level 10, you get Necrotic Husk. You have resistance to necrotic damage. If you are transformed using your Form of Dread, you instead become immune to necrotic damage. In addition, when you would be reduced to 0 hit points, you can use your reaction to drop to 1 hit point instead, and causes your body to erupt with deadly energy. Each creature of your choice that is within 30 feet of you takes necrotic damage equal to 2d10 plus your warlock level. You then gain 1 level of exhaustion. Once you use this reaction, you can't do so again until you finish 1d4 long rests. The first part is a bit situational in most campaigns, but I'll have it. It's okay. The second part is a bit weird. I don't understand why it's limited by a dice roll, which makes it a bit annoying to track compared to the once per long rests. It's not strong or anything. The 1 level of exhaustion is not a big deal. But anyways, depending on how well the encounter is handled, I think I would just wait for the healing word cast from one of my friends. Capstone at 14th level. Spirit Projection. As an action, you can project your spirit from your body. The body you leave behind is unconscious and in a state of suspended animation. Your spirit resembles your mortal form in almost every way, replicating your game statistics, but not your possessions. Any damage or other effects that apply to your spirit or physical body affects the other. Your spirit can remain outside your body for up to 1 hour, or until your concentration is broken, as if you're concentrating on a spell. When your projection ends, your spirit returns to your body, or your body magically teleports to your spirit's space. Your choice. While projecting your spirit, you gain the following benefits. Your spirit and body gain resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. When you cast a spell of Conjuration or Necromancy School, the spell doesn't require verbal or somatic components, or material components that lack a gold cost. You have a flying speed equal to your walking speed, and can hover. You can move through creatures and objects as if they were difficult terrain. But you take 1d10 force damage if you end your turn inside a creature or an object. While you are using your Form of Dread, once during each of your turns when you deal necrotic damage to a creature, you regain hit points equal to half the amount of necrotic damage dealt. Once you use this feature, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest. As with Anti-Life Shell, which I talked about earlier, this is a good option against enemies that cannot properly properly deal with you from range, as you can fly and hover. However, if they do have a way to deal with you, then this feature is likely not worth using due to it requiring concentration. That means you cannot use many of your spectacular spells. There's also the aspect of needing to gear up your Spectre, as it doesn't copy your possessions, it's butt naked, so you may want to give it some armor, a spellcasting component, and things along those lines. If you've secured your concentration with feats and multiclass and what have you, then it is likely worthwhile to end your turn inside an object to become untouchable, as 1d10 damage is nothing compared to what you're fighting at these levels. It's not an awful feature. No components helps a bit against counterspell. The resistances to BPS are appreciated. It also gives you really good cover, and when you hit a creature with necrotic damage, you regain hit points. But the whole naked situation, together with it requiring concentration, makes this feature a bit tricky.
Ooh, Kobold, I'm a spooky naked ghost. I'm gonna ruin your video.
Well, that's it. That was my guide to the magical girl subclass. Conclusion, it's awesome. It's got the same problem as Genie though. You need to secure your armor, but that's very easy with multiclassing or picking up moderately armored. End of video. Remember, there's a big sale on dice and even adventures right now. Only Crits hopes to earn your purchase, as I hope to earn your subscription. Thank you for watching.
Bye-bye.